What's going on, fam? It's your boy Sydney from thenakedgardeners.com. Today we got an interesting video. We're going to be talking about the rabbitry husbandry of how to take care of some rabbits, and we're going to possibly even breed our rabbits, because now we finally got out of the triple digits weather for the last 55 days or so. But it's very easy. A lot of people have questions about raising rabbits. You don't have to necessarily raise rabbits for meat. The rabbits that we have are Tamuk rabbits. They're bred from the Texas A&M of Kingsville for the Texas heat. Has a great meat to bone ratio for providing meat for your family or to sell meat. But it's a very easy daily routine for them. I'm going to show you about that. With these Tamuk rabbits, what we're trying to do now was we started thinking about it after our last batch of rabbits, is we're going to try to improve the genetics of these, or try to keep the good genetics of these rabbits when we're breeding them out, because we noticed that it's a lot easier on us when it's time for maintenance. One genetic thing that we're going to be looking for off of the next breed is their ears. With the Tamuk rabbits, during the heat, when we were getting the triple digit weather temperatures, the long ears for the rabbits helped them disperse their heat. We noticed this year we didn't have to do much maintenance on them or care for them, because they were able to go through the heat without any issues. We still did a little bit. We gave them some frozen jugs of water in their bin when it got above like 105 degrees. That way they'll rest up near that to kind of help cool them down. What we're going to do is show you how we just take care of them in the morning and what we look for them. I could hear them chewing on the wood right now, so let's get going. We store our they get 16% protein rabbit feed that we get from the local feed store. Actually, no, we get it from the barn store, but it's not a franchise store. We get it in 50-pound bags, and we get about 5 to 6 bags, and that lasts them normally about 5 to 6 weeks, give or take. So I'm gonna show you, and then we'll put the feed in here to just make it a little bit convenient. We don't give them much feed. Rabbits don't require a lot of feed.
We measured that as a half cup.
Yeah, about a half cup. I'm not sure. I forgot how much it was per size of this, but all you do is just give them that much per day. You got, if you have some rabbits, you want to have some type of feeder. These are called J feeders, and you just put the feed right up in there. Most of the times they won't eat during the morning time. They'll snack on it a little bit, but they're more active during the evening time or at night. So that's why you'll see it later on around noontime. They'll still have some feed in here, but when we come back in the morning, as you can see, I'll show you the rest of these. They'll probably be all empty. You also want to have some water. During the high temperatures, we give them 2 sources of water. We give them a water from here, and then inside we have a water bowl. And Mr. John Coffee likes to poop in this sometimes, so we have to change his out daily. So that's one preventative care that you can do for your rabbits if you're in the southern region, is give them 2 sources of water with one of the Nippler water bottles, and a bowl for them to drink some water. I know in the previous videos when we were talking about the build of building this, we were talking about some type of automatic watering system, and we still may do that, because we were thinking about possibly, once we get the big barn all squared away, putting these rabbit hutches in the big barn, so that way we can have a water catchment system to provide water for the rabbits. But all of this right here, this hutch is mainly for the bucks. That's what the male rabbits are called. So we're going to take care of them, then we're going to show you what I also look for when I'm taking care of the rabbits. This is one thing I check for when I'm always in here after I feed them, is I check the ears, make sure there's no, their ears are clean and nice and hardy. There's no dirt, so because sometimes you get like some mites, especially when you have a stagnant coop. And if there is something like that that happens, what you can do is you can do some preventative care. I think some people put castor oil or some type of oil in the ear. We haven't had that any incident. Some people even do the ivermectin on the back of their neck. You could do that probably once a month or however that. We don't really do much medicine until they happen to do anything to get sick, but luckily, knock on wood, nothing of that nature has happened. Another thing I check for is I check their hocks. With him, he's the only one. I probably would put it back in here. We do have them on wire bedding, but we also have, oh, calm down, I got you, boy, don't worry. What we also try to do is put these nesting pads on there to kind of help prevent anything to have them have any type of sore hocks. We don't clip their nails. As you can see, their nails is, can you get a good look at that? We don't clip their nails. We just let them be all natural as much as possible, besides being in the cages. But I'll check their hocks probably about once a month, but I always check their ears when I'm feeding them and watering. And sometimes you can do in the summertime is get some of the water from their bowls and put it on their ears to help them cool down as well. I'm gonna finish off with the boys and then go on to the girls. How you doing, boy? Your bowl was dirty. We also like to pet them as well, just to kind of get them used to us being around them, so they won't be all timid and everything. We rarely pick them up. We just mostly pet them. The only time we really handle and pick them up if we're trying to check for their hocks, or when we're trying to bring the females with the bucks to breed them. But this guy, he had some hocks issues, so we added some nesting pads, more additional nesting pads in his pen here. And then we didn't have this with him before. I just added this just to kind of give him a additional area that they can get on top of, so that way if they get tired of being on here, they can go up here and relax and kind of get like that. Ain't that right, buddy? But we love this guy because of his ears is very long, and he got big real fast.
He's actually the one that inspired us to change how we look at everything.
Yeah, him and his ooh, what's from the, oh, I'm there. Also, when you're picking up rabbits, don't do like I'm doing right now, doing it with short sleeve shirts on, because you will get scratched up, especially if you don't trim their nails. Okay, buddy, just calm down. He had some sore hocks. We took care of him underneath him, and we added that little nest box. So they're going into the, now that we're going into, oh man, look at that. Look how sharp his nails are.
He got you.
It's getting to the cooler season time now. Their summer coats is coming off. He's ready to eat, so let me close this door.
Yeah, he's the one that's always eager to eat.
Look at that.
Yeah. He's the hungriest of all of them.
Yeah, but we're definitely going to be breeding him. I like his ears and the way he put on a lot of weight. He's probably about 8 months now, I think. And so he's at the perfect age to breed. What we learned is females actually could be bred at 4 months, and males, they have a higher fertility rate if you breed them at 6 months. So when we first had ours, they wasn't, I don't believe they were litter mates, but they were born around the same time frame. So we had to wait till the 6 months mark. But bucks, they become sterile if the temperature goes up above 85 degrees. It started getting cool. Today's Saturday. It started getting cool around Wednesday. So I was waiting till at least we have 3 consecutive days of under 85 degrees. So we're going to breed these. It's still cool. I think it's like 70 something degrees right now. We're going to go ahead and feed these guys and breed them. Actually, what I should have did, maybe, don't feed them, then breed them. But we'll see how this turns out. I'm going to take their boxes out so that way they'll have some room to mount their does. But we'll take care of these real quick. This one is Mr. Lover Lover. This is Mrs. Nikki Gardner's favorite. This is Peter Rabbit.
His daughter is now my favorite too.
Oh.
He's such a good boy.
Yeah.
He's a lover. He's so sweet. He's my sweet boy.
You're not gonna mess up my shirt. This is my favorite shirt. This is one I won the spelling bee contest for. But also, we also check the eyes too. That's another thing that you want to check for to see if it's cloudy or anything. But since we have them really not too close to their feces, we don't really have to worry about them getting coccidiosis or something like that. All right, now we're going to take care of the girls. The red eye for the Tamuk, the red eye rabbits are the main one that's particularly bred for meat. A lot of people don't like them because they look kind of devilish, but I don't mind them because they look the same as any other rabbits when they're in your freezer. So
this is our favorite girl. Peter Rabbit's daughter. She's Peter Rabbit 2.0, the sweetest girl.
one thing is what we do with a lot of our offspring is we tattoo their ears. So the PC is, the first letter is the male, which is Peter Rabbit, and the second letter is C, which is from Chewy. So they made a great breed right here. And then with, what was your rabbit name? Vanilla Ice?
Mm-hmm.
So Vanilla Ice is from also Peter Rabbit and from which other girl?
I'll have to look at the ear, I don't remember.
So Peter Rabbit, he's just a natural lover, and so we're going to possibly keep those two male bucks for at least 3 to 5 years. I believe the bucks are good to breed for that long. Females anywhere from, I think, 3 to 4 years. For anybody that's actually raising rabbits and has more experience about rabbits than us, comment down below, because this is our only second year going into this, so we're not I wouldn't say experts, but we have done this before. We're just trying to do it in a more business and meat professional type of way. So
I noticed that John Coffey's descendants seemed smaller compared to Peter Rabbit's.
we'll have to check that out next breeding cycle.
Yeah, we have to pay attention to that.
Yeah, but we're actually going to take her. We'll feed you later, girl. We're going to take her right now and take her to Vanilla Ice to breed. Both of them very inexperienced. This is going to be the first time actually mating, so it's going to be very interesting to see how this goes. We've just seen that his mom is Hare, and the other one that we're going to breed with him is Chewy. So they have different moms, same dads. Now, if you're breeding for yourself, just to fill your own freezer, you can do inline breeding, cross breeding, whatever it may be that you want to do. Well, don't lick on me. But if you're doing it to maybe even to sell the offspring to different people to start their own flock, then you want to be mindful of that. Since we're going to be selling some of these offsprings for people to start their own flock, colony, whatever it may be, that's one of the reasons why we tattoo their ears and we track to know who comes from what, so that way they don't have that bad offspring. So we got him all squared away. Now let's go get Peaches. He's like, why you take my food? Here's your food back.
That's all he cares about.
You always want to bring the female to the buck because females are known to be territorial. And if you do it the other way, not that we've ever seen it before, but we heard about it, is that they can actually kind of castrate your buck. So don't want to do that. I'm going to go ahead and get a a girl for John Coffee. I think hair is a good max for him. We'll see.
Didn't Hare have some nice big babies?
Yeah. Wrong way, boy. There goes one good fall off.
Chewy and Peter Rabbit make good babies.
Chewy.
Yeah.
Get there, girl. So right now, Coffee and Peter Rabbit had one fall off. Technically, that is all that they need. However, we like to do at least 3 fall offs with the rabbits, so that way we know for sure that they have been all bred. You don't want to leave them unattended, because some of the females can be like, okay dude, you had your time, get off me, I'm ready to do my own business. So you want to be mindful of that. You always want to breed at least 2 does or more, so that way if one of the does don't have a large litter or have too large of a litter, you can put some of those baby rabbits with the other does, and they'll be able to feed and nurse, or if they reject the baby. So what I sometimes do when the females get not receptive to the male is I will hold her, so that way he can mount her and then get his last fall off. Now they say if you add apple cider vinegar to the doe's water, it will help them get in heat. I'm not sure if that is true or not. If anybody had any experience with that and great success, comment down below, let us know. He just had his last one, his last fall off. Like I said, we try to do at least three fall offs. I'm gonna put her with Peter Rabbit.
Okay.
Because he hasn't had a, oh wait, is he gonna have a fall off?
He hasn't had any fall offs yet. Nobody's lifting. John Coffey's jealous.
Peter Rabbit like, come on son, let me show you how to do it. Alright. You're done, dude. You're done.
He doesn't think so. He's not ready to give up. He's been trying. It's been the girls.
Alright. We know that him and her always make good babies. Of what I've heard before, and we had great success with this before, is having a buck breed more than one female, one doe in a day. If the next 15 to 30 minutes nothing happens, is what we will do is we'll take her out and try to breed her again tomorrow morning. And to increase your success, if your bucks had 3 great successful fall offs, you can breed them again that evening to increase the chances. But normally all it takes is just that one time to breed. With the fall season coming up, I want to kind of get into a heavy breeding cycle. What I want to do to get a great successful breeding program during the fall is, after the babies have been born for 3 weeks, I want to rebreed the does again and just continue to that cycle until the temperatures, probably going to be around April time frame, will probably stop, maybe even May. I think May or June. I think that's when the temperature really gets up in the above 85 degrees, and then we'll stop the breeding process. So if people that's in the central Texas up to northeast Texas area, if you're interested with getting some of these rabbits from us, let us know. Email us at teamholland77@gmail.com, and in the subject line just put Tamuk Rabbits and let us know how many rabbits you would like, and we'll show you along the process of when they're born to putting them out on grass, weaning off and everything, how we tattoo their ears and everything. It doesn't require much maintenance for taking care of rabbits. As you can see, you just feed them, make sure they have plenty of water, and then during the breeding season, that's when it's your most main work. So once you're putting the rabbits, the baby rabbits, out into pasture, if that's something that you're going to be doing, into a rabbit tractor, that's going to require the work, because you're going to have to move them anywhere from 1 to 3 times a day, depending on how many litters that you have in the rabbit tractors. But other than that, it's a very easy setup. If you don't want to do this for meat, you can use these rabbits as fertilizer, because their manure is a cold process where you can take their cold manure and straight into your garden or any type around your fruit trees, nut trees, or even out into the pasture. So over here, we didn't do a bucket tray system like we did with the original setup. The ducks that are pasture free range, they sometimes come over here to eat the poop. What we're going to start doing as well is we're going to start collecting. It seems like this is a little bit easier to collect, a lot less mess. We just grab the rake and a shovel. I've been using the vermicompost shifter to sift out all the small particles and making sure we get just the rabbit poop. But all in all, this has been very successful, don't you think?
Mr. made a tool, the sifter that he was just talking about, and it rocks back and forth for him to filter things out. The thing I don't like about this is that the poop is kind of moist and it's kind of high maintenance. I would like for him to build just some frames like this without these wheels and have them in place underneath each, because I think it'll allow everything to go through and for us to get the dry poop that we want.
This is future Sid. There's some things I forgot to mention. Once you have them bred, then you want to have a nesting box ready for them about the day 28, around the day 28 time period. If that nesting box, if the does start using that nesting box as a bathroom, that's when you want to take it out, clean it out, and try it again. But you want to do it anywhere from 1 to 3 days before they start to kit. So hope you like this video. If so, make sure you give us a thumbs up. It really helps our video out. The Mook's rabbit, they are not a show rabbit. They're primarily just a meat rabbit. If you're looking for a particular rabbit that's for show, or for a particular rabbit that will be good for your area, if you're in the northern region or in the southern region, you want to kind of do some research on what rabbit will be best for you. I know some people will like to do some tanning or trying to collect the hide to sell out. Mook rabbits, their hide are very thin and frail, so when you're trying to tan it, it will just tear apart. So if that's something that you're looking for, these are not the rabbits for you. They're basically, like I said, a primarily meat rabbit. They have a great meat to bone ratio. At 12 weeks, we're getting roughly around 3 pounds from one carcass of a rabbit. So they have a great meat to bone ratio, especially when we're just doing pasture raised. Once the baby rabbits are rotated throughout the pasture and whatnot. So if you're interested in learning how we built this little hutch system, we did a video about that, and we'll put it off to the side and also in the description down below. Until the next video, let's grow together.